are here together for our social studies lesson. I am so excited to see all of your beautiful faces. Let's get started. By the way, the Nearpod link is in the chat. Okay, here we go. All right, we need a friend. We need a friend. Let's see. Who would like to do it today? Ooh. All right. I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick. How about Mackenzie? I haven't heard you in a while. Let's do Mackenzie.
Participate, be respectful, on time, microphones muted, include full name in chat, stay seated, eyes on me.
Fabulous. Awesome. Thank you. Coming back at you in a few seconds. We have a showcase. Yes. So I chose 3 friends. I couldn't do everybody. I won't have time, but I chose 3 people. Hi, Ava. I'll be right with you. 3 people that have been working on the research projects. And I chose one that did their research in Minecraft. We'll watch that one first. Look, Emmy, here you are. Let's watch.
This is the longhouse. It has bunk beds, fire pits in the middle, and we have a little farm here. Little villagers. They eat ducks and rabbits, and fish. So here's our little farm here. So this is the place that we live. They transport by boat. Let me show you that. We transport by boat. See?
And what do they use the boats for?
They use the boats to get places. And get a cock. And to catch food.
What kind of food?
Fish. I'll show you the fish. See, these are the fish. These are the fish in the sea that they catch.
What's all around the village?
All around the village is bunnies and chickens and people.
What do they?
And the fence will keep them in.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Hi, Emmy. I'm so glad you're here. You got to see that we showcased your Minecraft village. Awesome. The next person we're going to do is Addie. Let's see Addie's village.
Hi, Mrs. Cruz. I hope you like my video. So, let's get started. The Mohican tribe lived along rivers, as you can see right here. So, they lived in long houses, and what they ate was corn and fish, and how they traveled were canoes. That's all. I hope you like my video. Say bye, Mo Kitty.
Look at Mo Kitty. Wow, that was
You like my
awesome. I
video.
loved it. And now, you ready for this one? Look at the model. This is Ben's. It's not a video, so just check out the pictures. We have the longhouse. Thumbs up if you've done this already. Have you already done your research projects? Yeah, you've did the longhouse. Look at the teepee. Is it a teepee? Look at the canoe. There's the river. They have a fence. Wow. Oh, look at, there's corn and beans. Isn't that awesome? Okay, how about this one? Almost. Look at almost. Look at that. I love the fence. Look at the beautiful flowers in the back, the canoe, the fishing net. Look at the fishing net. How creative. Definitely wanted to show off some of the excellent work that's coming to me. You can do your research projects in a variety of ways. Yes, you can write about it. You can do a model. You can do a Minecraft video. Right, Carter? We can do you like Minecraft. I know you do, right? Yeah. And Ava, did you have a question for me earlier?
I didn't, it's just I forgot to put my hand down.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. All right, love bugs. Coming back to our teacher helper, Miss Mackenzie. What is today?
Today is Monday, February 6th, 2023.
Wonderful. Nice work. And our February birthdays are Desiraya and Madison. Give them some claps. Happy birthday. All right. We have to move on. No time to stop now. No time to stop. No time to stop. Here we go. We're going to jump. Carter, no time to stop. No time to stop. Text in the, you know how to do the chat, right? If you have any questions. All right. Our learning objectives. What are we going to do today? We have to hurry up and explore ways the daily life of people living in colonial America changed over time. Our question is really, I think, our essential question. I don't know about yours, but mine is, what was life like for early settlers in North America? So, and next steps, we're going to identify reasons why people came to the United States throughout history. All right, guys, I'm ready. I'm ready if you are. Let's Nearpod. Once again, the Nearpod has been in the chat, and so you can grab it there. I'm going to stop sharing and meet you over there. I'm sure I have quite a few friends that are ready, and there's a lot of activities to do, so we better hurry up. And yes, you should see it now. Can you see it? Can you see it? I have 9 friends in. Oh, you guys are the best. Let's do it. You can join at any time. If for any reason you can't join, type your answers in the chat for me or raise your hand and wait for me to call on you. Thank you. First poll question. How much do you already know about early American settlers? A, I know a lot. Did all my work. Can explain how the English colonies in America were formed. B, I know a little bit. I need a little more practice. C, help. I need more instruction and support. Be honest. I kind of sometimes feel like I should be B because I'm always learning more information about it. Wonderful. Ooh, here come the answers. Looking for Carter, looking for Isaac. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Ava. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Benito. Hi, Carter. Hi, Almo. Hi, Lucian. Hi, Addie. Hi, Frank. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Isaac. Hello, Amy. And hello, Leon. All right, moving on. Now, let's find out a little bit more about early American settlers. Now, I have to read this whole thing, don't I? Explorers on the way to find spices in Asia found a new place to live in the New World, North America. Circle the items in the image that explorers thought were very important, key to their survival. Look around and circle anything that they thought they could use. That's your hint. Natural resources that they could use to survive. Whoa, Ben, look at that. Ben, unmute and tell me some of the things you circled. Quick, 10 seconds.
Okay, I circled the deer, a squirrel, some berries, and a bunny.
Thank you, thank you. Look at those animals. They could use the animals to survive. Let's see. I know you can eat an animal. I know. What's something else you could do once you have caught the animal? What is something else you could do to survive? Oh, Addie?
You could cook it and eat it, or you can take its fur off and make a fur pelt.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. It's a little chilly outside right now, but could you imagine if it was snowing and blustery, cold weather? I wonder if they came over and didn't realize it was going to be so cold, what could they use? Oh, thank you so much. Let me go to Isaac. Isaac, would you like to unmute and tell me something that you circled in the picture that early explorers thought they could use to survive? What did you circle, Isaac?
They can use wood to build a high. They can use the wood to build houses or build fire.
Hey, that's great.
Hey, that's
Yeah, I
great.
love that. Thank you so much, Isaac.
Thank you so much, Isaac.
And let me see who else. I'm going to pick one more friend. How about, I'm going to Ava. Ava, tell me one or two things you circled that you think they could use for their survival.
So I circled the apples. It's because it's very important to eat things. It's because if you don't eat anything, it's bad for your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I circled the animals. It's because you can also, if you are like someone who lives in the woods and like something happened, you have, since you cannot eat anything, you have to eat animals.
Yeah, very nice. They give you nutrients and the apples give you vitamins. Oh, they're so important. Raise your hand if you eat apples. Yeah, okay. Wonderful job, guys. If you were the explorers, I'm sure you would think to use some of those natural resources to help you. All right, quick video time. This is very short, 2 minutes or less. Watch, this is so cool. Wait till you see what it was like for early American settlers. First question. Did you notice? What season do you think was the most difficult for early American settlers? When they came over, do you think it was hardest for winter, spring, summer, or fall? Type your answer in. If you can't do it here, put it. Oh, look, your guys are on it. You're right. Winter must have been super cold. Did you know that when they came over, they didn't even realize how cold it was going to be? They didn't. They weren't prepared at all. So I think you're right. Winter might have been the most difficult. Let's keep going. How did they survive it?
It's winter. It's truly the most difficult time of year. Just to survive, we've had to basically prepare all year long. And really, it doesn't matter whether we're in the city or in a frontier situation, winter is hard. But in a frontier situation, you can't go down to the store. You've got to have exactly what you need to survive for 3 months. The only store you've got is to go out in the woods and go hunting. And that works, but it's very difficult to survive that way. So we've had to, take all year long to preserve all the things that we're going to be needing this entire season.
Their homes were like about the same size as your bedroom. Their whole house. Look around your bedroom or your room you're in. Everybody had to live in that one room together. How in the world did they fit all the supplies, people, and pets in one room? How do you think they all fit in one room, guys? Do you think it was comfy? Do you think it was good that they were all piled up in one room? Can you imagine sleeping in the room with some chickens? How about a goat? Would you like to sleep in your bedroom with a goat? No, but they did. I wonder if it was a good thing or a bad thing. No, Emmy says, no way. Oh, look at that. Leon, you have such great answers. Thank you. Yeah, he collected the water from the ice. You're right. They don't have to go to the store. I don't know, but I think it was the longhouse. Maybe they did squeeze into a longhouse together, but imagine everybody living in one room. One room? What about bunk beds? Do you think they made bunk beds? Yeah. I think so too. Do you think that they lived together in one room and that was better because they kept each other warm? Carter?
Well, to get water, they would have to break the ice because of how cold it is.
Yeah.
The air freezes the water, but it doesn't freeze the water under. So you would have to break the ice with something to get the water out.
That's very true. You're right. I saw him crack the ice so he could get to it. Oh, they slept. They all piled on top of each other. I would cuddle with a goat, maybe, if I was really, really, really cold. Yep, they built a big room for all of them. Very nice. Okay, moving on. Let's go finish the video.
This is what our pantry looks like here in the cabin. I mean, you think about this cabin, it's a tiny room. It's probably smaller than your garage at home. And yet we've got to figure out how we're going to store a winter's amount of food in this tiny little building. This is just a little example of what you might have as a pantry here in a cabin like this. We've got bags of dried.
Do you think that shelf has enough food for the whole winter? No, they must have had piles of stuff. And maybe in the corner. How did the rats not get to it? How did they keep the goats from eating it all? Good questions.
Of dried grains. We've got storage canisters that might have pickles in them, all different kinds of things. We might store something dry like sugar, etc. We've got barrels that we will use to store amounts of grain in, jugs to store liquids in. All these things, although, have to be protected. And obviously we need a lot more than that. We might be like living on top of our provisions. And there are even opportunities where we might have to take some
sleep
of these
on the
things
corn
outside and bury them in a hole in the ground to protect them and to make them last the winter. This is very difficult to have an entire season's worth of food in a tiny little building like this. It's a true challenge and certainly was a challenge in that time period.
Well, we talked about how in the first questioner standard, we talked about how things have changed since then. How did it change for them? Was it always like that? Is it still like that? Okay, so you have an option. Here's 3 questions. Answer one of them. Listen carefully. Where do you think they stored meat and vegetables? Or B, you can answer this one. Which foods would be hardest to get during the winter? C, do you want to do this one? What do you think they would do if they ran out of food? Don't say they're going to die. Tell me what they would do to help themselves if they ran out of food. Okay. Oh, Almo says the hardest thing would be getting fruits and vegetables. That's a good point. Don't fruits and vegetables, what happens to them if you don't eat them right away? Ugh. Yuck. Oh, look at Leon. So they sleep on the corn. That's right. And they collected water. And yep, they have to go hunt their animals. Or they might have bunk beds in their longhouse. Good work. Who else? Oh, somebody else said corn and carrots. If they would run out of corn and carrots fastest. Yeah, you're probably right. It's hard to keep vegetables fresh. That's why we make them into jellies and jams so that we can preserve and keep them longer. Ruby says, what if they ran out? Ruby, they're gonna go hunt, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? They have to go find food. What about going to ask someone for help? Is there anybody to ask if they start running out of food? Who was living in North America? Oh, look at that. Yep, they would hunt. Yep. Ava, they could die, but what would they do to try to prevent that? All right, let me see hands. Almo, go for it.
Native Americans.
Yes, they would go ask Native Americans. The Powhatan tribe was one of the tribes that they were asking for help. Mackenzie, I'm ready for you. Thank you, Almo.
Sorry, what was B again?
Oh, let me go back up. B was, what foods would be the hardest ones to get in during the winter time?
Fish.
Yeah. Oh, why?
Because the ice freezes
and the fish stay under the water to try to stay warm. So they would probably be at the bottom, and it would be hard to get also because
Yeah.
it's frozen.
Yeah, if the ice is really thick, it's hard for them. They don't have drill bits and power tools to drill through the ice. So how do they get to the fish? You're right. Emmy, I'm ready for you. Thank you, Mackenzie. That was great.
I think maybe they just sleep on the goats and just take all of the thing out of them and just make a bed over the food.
Yeah, which farm animal would you like to sleep with?
Bunny.
That's right.
If you saw mine, I hearted the bunny.
Oh, that would be good. I think I'd like the chickens because if I get hungry, I'll just roll over and eat an egg. All right, guys, thank you for answering. How would you survive? What would you do to prepare? So think about it like a winter camping trip, in a tent in the woods in the winter. Draw or write in the with the text feature a list of things you would bring with you to survive. And then think about this. How would your list compare to early settlers from the 1600s? Ooh, let's see. Any hand? I see a hand. I see a hand from Carter. Go for it, Carter.
Well, the main thing you would need to survive is food, water, and shelter and clothing.
Very nice. Did you know that the early settlers who came over on their boats and found the New World were not prepared for the cold, cold weather? So they didn't have all the warm clothes, did they?
No.
No. So what did they have to do to help themselves stay
They
warm?
would have to hunt for
The skins
the
and
for the
fur.
skins and the meat.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Thank you. So what do you think they would need for hunting? Can you type? Are you in here? Let me see. Yes, you are. It's awaiting your drawing. You think they needed some something to help them hunt? Do you think they needed? Oh,
They
look
would
at
have
that.
to make. They would have to make like bow and arrows.
Yep.
uh,
Yep, exactly. Yes. And look at the longhouses. It's a good thing that they had those axes or something sharp so they could cut the wood. Excellent. These are all supplies. Thank you, Carter. Thank you. These are all great supplies. What about buckets for the water? Would you bring a bucket? What about blankets? What about containers to keep all the food?
Well,
Oh, wait, Carter, go ahead and mute. Let me call someone, a new friend, but thank you. Remember, you're in the Nearpod. You can type in there too. Let me see. Ruby, what would you bring? What would you bring, Ruby?
I would bring like berries and stuff.
Oh, very good. Would you bring like a basket? So you could
Yeah.
collect the berries or pockets? Yes, she says sweaters and food. Thank you, Ruby. How about Lucian? Lucian's you made such a beautiful little hut. What is your hut made out of, Lucian?
Wood.
Yes. What would you need to cut down the wood? Do you need tools?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Lucian. You would need tools, maybe a hammer, right?
You want to say like my snowman?
Oh, I love your snowman. That's something fun that I'm sure they did. All right, let me ask one more friend. Thank you, Lucian. How about Emmy? I see Emmy's hand. What would you bring on your winter camping trip to survive?
Food, my bed, and a house.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
If you
Can
see
you-
in mine, I have a sword in my girl's hand.
Oh, that's
Maybe a little-
interesting. Yeah, I agree. Some of them had special tools for them to survive. So if you didn't have those tools, what are you going to do? I mean, how would you manage? You'd be like a caveman making tools out of rocks, right? It'd be really hard. So your list might be a little different. When I think about camping, I think about bringing a tent. I think about bringing blankets, thinking about bringing a light and a radio. They didn't have any of that. Ooh, here's something in the chat. Yes, food, blankets, shelter. Excellent job. You can't carry your whole house, but maybe some tools to help you build a house. Great work, guys. Just take a moment to walk around a village. This is an actual museum of one of the early settlements from hundreds of years ago, and kind of take a moment to compare that with what your neighborhood looks like today. Looks a lot different, doesn't it? Oh, look at those, look at the fence. Didn't you guys have, some of you guys had those fences in your villages? Do you remember? I see a lot of wood. I don't see too many, I don't see any cars. I saw one village that had grass roof, a roof that was made of grass and branches, because they didn't bring metal and shingles like your house.
And
was it.
also the mailbox looks way much different than ours.
Yeah, it sure does. Thank you. And there's no mailman back then, I bet. He doesn't drive up and deliver the mail. He probably rides in on a horse. All right. Oop, Mackenzie, do you have a hand up?
I was just gonna say I did see a little vehicle
Oh, you did way in the back.
behind the tree.
I guess that can prove to how things have changed, right? Right? Things have changed a lot. Okay, so we're going to read this because there's a quiz coming. Oh, you want to hear this? There's very important information here. And after this, there's going to be a quiz. So Emmy, Emmy, can you show everybody how to put our ears on? Are you ready? Everybody put your big elephant ears on. Listen. Thanks to the help of the Powhatan tribe, the English colonies were not only able to survive, but thrive. They made a lot of progress, guys. Over the years, settlements started to grow and more people arrived from England. More people came, and they heard about how great it was, didn't they? Do you think they told them how hard it was? These settlements, called Jamestown and Plymouth, are two examples of little tiny towns that grew. We also do not call the land New World anymore. It's now known as North America. That's what they call it now. We don't call it the New World, we call it North America. That's where large countries like our country, United States, Canada, and Mexico are located. Okay, second paragraph. Listen, the questions are coming. Listen. The Jamestown English settlers asked a Native American tribe for help. The name of the tribe was called the Powhatan tribe, and they showed them how to survive. Once the English settlers learned how to survive, what did they build in Jamestown and Plymouth? They built settlements for them to live permanently, like the field trip we just took. Years later, ooh, most important thing, hang on. Years later, after the settlements grew and more people came, they got bigger and bigger. What happened to those settlements? They became cities. Have you ever been to the city with high-rise towers? Yeah, well, some cities started out as those little English settlements. They used to look like the field trip, the little wood houses, and now they've turned into cities. Isn't that cool? Okay. I really think it's exciting. Let's look at the story of the early American settlers. In the beginning, they came to the New World. How did they get here? Did they walk? Did they fly? Who knows it? How did they get to the New World? I see a hand from Emmy. Go, Emmy.
Oh,
Boats. All right, everybody.
they might
Get
have
in your-
floated and then catch some fish on the way.
Yep, absolutely. Get in your boats. Go. Start rowing. Row, row, row your boat all the way to North America. Then they came to the middle of their story is they settled Jamestown and Plymouth. Those are the first two early settlements that we are going to talk about. And then ending, it became the United States in North America. Okay, so how did it change? Well, things they don't look the same as they did back then. I don't know about you, but I don't go break ice to get water. Do you? I don't sleep with goats. Eventually, those settlements became cities, towns, counties, states, and then we know it as the United States now as part of North America. So the New World became North America. So let's review for our quiz. We learned to explain the reasons why people came to the United States. We're going to talk about it a little bit more next time. We learned to describe daily life, what it was like for them in colonial America, and we learned how daily life changed over time. Yeah, look around your house. It doesn't look anything like that anymore. And yet, our ancestors, many, 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 many hundreds of years ago, had it very difficult, but they persisted. And over time, we now have all the things we need, right? Okay, our quiz. First question. What did the English settlers do to survive? A, asked the Powhatan tribe for help, or B, built refrigerators? Okay, next one. What do we now call the New World? We don't call it that anymore. Is it called the Old World, North America, or Pretty? Oh, Desiree, are you okay? All right, the next one is, what happened to the original, Desiree, are you okay? What happened to the original settlements like Jamestown and Plymouth? A, they became modern day cities, or B, they moved to England? Desiree, are you good? Okay,
Yes.
just making sure, pay attention here. This is our quiz. Okay, what happened to the original settlements? Did they become cities or did they move them back to England? Last question. Can't wait to see how you guys did. Which timeline of the early settlers is correct? Okay, let's look at A. First, they arrived in the New World. Then they asked the Powhatan tribe for help. Then they established Jamestown and Plymouth settlements. Then it became the United States in North America. Okay, or B. First, it became the United States. Then they asked the Powhatan tribe for help. Then they settled Tampa. And then they went to Disney. Emmy's laughing. Ooh, did you guys get that? The timeline?
Yes.
Good. Okay, let's look. Ooh, very nice. Look at all those green letters. Good work. Frank and Carter, are you answering? I have a couple more friends joining in. Oh, there goes Frank. Emmy's got her last question. It hasn't posted yet. If you went back and looked at the number 4, you have to read the timeline. It says, first they arrived in the New World. This is A. Then they asked the tribe for help because they were starving in the winter. Then they established the settlements, Jamestown and Plymouth. And then it became the United States in North America. Or did it happen this way? First, it became the United States. Then they asked the Powhatan tribe for help. Then they settled Tampa. And then they went to Disney World. I don't remember that part. Mackenzie's laughing too. All right, guys, we're wrapping up. If you want to continue working on this Nearpod. I will send it to you later today. Following today's wonderful lesson, how much do you now know about English settlers arriving in the New World, how things have changed for them over time? A, I know a lot. I can explain it now. B, I still need a little bit of help. C, help. I need instruction and lots of support. I don't understand it. If you said B, this, oh, wait. Oh, wait. If you said B, B is, I know a little bit. I want more information. I need a little more practice. That is excellent. Do you know why? Because that tells me that you're curious and want to know more information about the history of the United States in North America. I love that. Let's do another lesson next week, talking a little bit more about how they settled in North America. Okay. So thank you for learning with me. It is time to go. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Oh, I see.